Hi, my name is Kath Estep. I am the newest member of the Hot Core Yoga Club, and my story is my welcome to you as possible members. I am a retired public school administrator who started yoga as a way to calming my thoughts and coming and stretching and learning how to breathe. I realized that there is more to it, so I want to give you some background information of prior to Hot Core Yoga, what it was like for me. I had significant pain and constriction in the sites of my stitches because I had a tramp flap and a mastectomy for breast cancer. With that, I was on years of tamoxifen and really had stiff joints as well as very arthritic hands. And when I first came to Hot Core Yoga, I knew no yoga, truly. I knew no pose, no breathing, and no alignment. So I needed somebody with a lot of patience. When I first began at Hot Core Yoga, I'd listened to Peter giving instruction on poses, and I thought to myself, how am I ever going to do this pose? And then it would, through Peter's really gentle, welcoming adjustments, he'd get me to the point where I could begin to approximate each pose and then feel comfortable that I might be able to do this independently. But when I first began, one of Peter's favorite instructions is use your core muscles. And I think, what? Wait, I have no core muscles. And then literally I would fall over. It took me a while to understand that instead of listening to the words, I could start to think, okay, proud chest, and start to stretch my abdominal muscles. So it's always with helpful hints and people helping out. And that just kind of brings me to who I see in Hot Core Yoga, the other club members. I was really very apprehensive about joining Hot Core Yoga Club because I thought I was disrupting every other member from their practice. The other members talked to me and reassured me and said, really, they're focusing on themselves, their own practice, their own alignment, and their own breathing. And then a couple of the members came up and gave me some helpful hints. Like one club member on the first cold day said, you know, you've really got to start to dress in layers and only wear things you can really throw in the washer. So I really appreciated their being so welcoming to me. The studio itself is also very welcoming. It is in a Beverly home. The studio has a great stone wall on the left side that I really love. The front and other side, really, they have mirrors all around. Peter plays great music, and I've actually expanded my musical tastes a bit. The other day I found myself very much into the Moody Blues, another day it was Bonnie Raitt, and then another day it was a jazz piece, so it's great. Peter always asks people for suggestions and is open to their suggestions and including their music. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Peter and his abilities as a yoga teacher. I found it pretty amazing that even with an entire class, he is really able to focus on his students individually. I think classes of around 12 makes it conducive for him to really put his style of teaching into effect. He really is able to individually adjust people on the fly while he continues to lead the entire class. So now I wanted to talk to you about how I am doing 6 weeks into my beginning of yoga practice. I really feel very differently. I am standing straighter and stronger. I am gaining some flexibility. I'm able to even use my hands for longer periods of time during the day and even in cold weather. The most significant change for me is really how I'm able to approximate poses that really require hip opening as well as stretching the abdominal area. I used to really be frightened and fear would overtake my mind when I do poses such as Cobra or the reclining hero pose. Now when I do the reclining hero pose, I still am fearful, but it's more about how on earth do I get out of this pose, because I watch other people just sit right back up and I'm still in that position where I'm changing my legs and moving to the side and pushing myself up. And that's all right. I'm okay with that. because I really feel like I'm approximating so many more of the poses now. I'm able to really, when driving in reverse, more fully turn around and look behind me, which I haven't been able to do for a number of years. So things are going very well for me. And I hope you'll have a great experience as you join the Hot Core Yoga Club.